Let's get started. Let's get started. Wait for YouTube to realize what it's doing. Seems like my phone's going off. We live? We good? I feel like it. Ian's apparently messaging me. He's messaging me about something. I'm not sure what he's talking about. This should be interesting. This should be very interesting indeed. I got the lab coat back on. That's always nice. Never thought I'd be wearing this skin again, goodness me. I forgot how not fitting it is. I like my old skin better. I might switch out to that. I realize it is a weekday in the middle of the school year. This is technically the last summer stream, which is kind of unfortunate, but also it kind of needed to happen eventually. It is what it is. I'm just checking everything to make sure everything's all stable and we're all good to go. Oh boy, this is gonna be quite a project. Goodness me. I know what's ahead, and I'm both excited and terrified at the same time. Let's see, what do we need? We should probably start with a bit of a bigger platform than this. Let's see. What is it? F3 and G? Yes, it is. So if we look at our chords, this isn't even 0, 0. Where's 0, 0? Right here. So this is actually 0, 0. Where's... Oh, cobblestone. I'm still not completely used to the new command system. But we'll see. Let's turn hitboxes, or not hitboxes. Turn that off. We're gonna go under here. Just one block. What Y level is this? Let's see. 61. I feel like I want to go taller. I feel like I want to go higher. Just for safety reasons. Just so we have space under here. Because, like, I think... What is it? Yeah, 64 is the limit. We're definitely going to need more space. Alright. So... I don't know how much space we're going to need. This is gonna be, completely unknown to me on how this is gonna work. I feel like we teleport up to Y100. 0, 100, 0. Oh. Now we have a platform at 201 or 101. So there's the platform down below. I think that should be more than enough space. I really need to think about like, whoops. I really need to think about like how I want to do this project, because this is going to be a big project. Keep in mind, much bigger than Will the Warden was. I'm gonna go down another block, and then we're just gonna make a giant sphere. Not sphere. We'll just make this out of stone for now. Actually, can we make it? No, I don't want to make it a square. And don't want to make it a pyramid either. Let's go 100. Oh, goodness me. So let's see. Wait, that brings us out here. If we go F3G. That's decent size. I almost need a timer for this. What's the player's walking speed? So it's double the size. Go to free cam just to see the new size. Actually, we can look at the map. It's not gonna be perfectly spherical. Let's see. Yeah, that gives us a sense of like what we're doing. So where am I? Oh! That's interesting. I was wondering how those worked. The world map tracks my free cam. So it's like, if I fly away here, that's not at the middle anymore. The middle's about like somewhere. Where's the mill? The mill's there. And if we go free cam, just off to the side. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's way off centered. It follows the free cam. That's cool. Alright. So, this is a good start. Let's see. Boy. I don't know how big, but I want to wait until we get some people in chat. Before we do anything crazy. How long would it take? Cool. So we're at 7. Go. I'm just timing this to see like how long would it take to run across this thing. Okay. Oh wait. No! My test was flawed. I don't know how to count. Alright, so let's see. This in and of itself is quite a large area. Like, I don't know if this will do, but I hope not. Might have to go bigger than this, depending on how long it takes. So let's see. I'm gonna wait until it says 8:30. And we're gonna run until 9. Might be different on your end. It's probably different on your end. Okay, go. I'm just gonna straight run for the next 30 seconds. And we'll see if this isn't large enough, then goodness gracious me. Have we even hit the midpoint yet? Okay. Okay, so we crossed the halfway point. So 200 blocks out? 200 blocks out. So this is basically... I feel like I want this bigger though. So if we increase the size to 400 blocks out, that means it take about a minute to get from the outer edge to the center. Again, I'm gonna explain what it is that we're doing in a moment. Once I actually have some people to explain to. So let's see. Yeah, 200 blocks. I feel like this is small. Like flying around in free cam, it just feels small. Like looking at it at the mini map, it seems small as of now, but I imagine like once we actually start like putting stuff in here, it's gonna get big real quick. Now the question is, where'd my cobble go? Where is it? I suppose I could just look at the chords. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna raise this up one block, but don't actually, so don't lose it. It's quite a big area. It's not gonna be a circle. I just put the circle in because it's like, oh, okay, I can actually make something. Yeah, somewhere under there, there's a bunch of other fun stuff. Oh, that's another thing I have to keep in mind. Render distance, simulation distance. Let me check simulation distance. What am I going for? I got 12 right now. What is simulation distance in fact? Controls how far away terrain entities will be loaded and ticked. Fewer distances reduce throw servers load and may improve frame rates. Okay, so that's like a load distance. That's that's the loading distance. So how far is that? I wish there was like an option. Maybe it is. Let's go in here. Let's see. Waypoints off. Cursor coordinates, footsteps during death. Render player. Let's see. I'm looking for chunks. Nope. I wish I had a search bar. Oh. 50 chunks. 50 chunks. No. No. I guess there isn't. What if I do F3G and then open the map? Nope. I mean, I guess it shows the chunks based off of this. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. So basically, for me personally, this would be like the farthest distance out. So it's, yeah, I think this would do. I think a 200 by 200 will do. Actually, I guess it'd be 201 by 201. I just have to be careful of the outer edge. Because world spawn's gonna be at 0, 0. Actually, technically I don't need to put world spawn here. 0, 0 is always loaded as is. So yeah, let's create a square. Let us turn this into a proper square. So we'll head out to, let's see, where in the map? Oh, great. So it's like, it's these four chunks. Oh, we don't have waypoints. We can't make waypoints. So it's these 4 chunks here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So cool. That doesn't help much. So I guess it's like the chunk before the end. Like this chunk. So whatever this distance is. 191. Okay. That is... So this is like the furthest we can do stuff without it being without there being a problem. Now, I could argue that since the players will be in that chunk, this chunk could get loaded as well. Currently, the simulation distance is set to 12, and I don't intend on shortening that, I guess. I guess we can just load everything. I guess we could just force load. So I guess it doesn't really have to be a problem, but I kind of want it to be. Yeah, do we just bring this out here? We'll place chunk loaders. We'll place chunk loaders everywhere. So yeah, this is coming out. This would be chunk 13 away from center. 13 chunks away. Oh boy. Alright, let's get the axe ready. The axe is equipped. So now we just have to head to the corners of this place. I got no other idea. So we're just gonna build this out. No, there's no easier way of doing this. We gotta get corner 1 and corner 2. I prefer not to rely on creative mode's ice physics of flying in order to get a pinpoint location. Oh, there's a central platform. We're not even close. Goodness me. Oh boy. This is gonna be a tough project. I know it's coming, and I know it needs to be done. This is gonna be quite a lot of effort. I think it's this chunk actually. So we'll just come out to the corner here. This is a nice, decent corner. Yeah, I would say that's right there. So we'll do first position there. And we'll just rinse and repeat on the opposite end. This area is going to be huge. I don't like that 0 to 0. I don't like that the chunks are not, like, directly aligned. This is going to be quite the build. It's definitely way bigger than Will the Warden. That was small compared to this. Now, like, technically I'm calling this a sequel to Will the Warden, even though, like, gameplay-wise, it's not gonna function anywhere similar at all. It's gonna be like completely different concept. It's still gonna feature Will, obviously, but I wouldn't call it like a sequel. Actually, gameplay-wise, I wouldn't call it a sequel. That gameplay on Will the Warden was rough at best. Loot Runner was okay. And this is position 2. And so now we have not fully loaded yet. I was gonna say now we have a square. We gotta fly all the way to the middle just to fully load this in. Fly all the way up here. We can turn chunks off, so we don't need it anymore. Alright, so we have a square now. We'll just do that real quick. I've got the sneaking suspicion we're going to be using a lot of bedrock for this. Probably should add that to vanilla tweaks. It's just the nicer bedrock. It's like this is not as nice as it could be. Alright, so we have... Oh, you might also notice we have bundles here. Normally you don't have that in vanilla Minecraft. But I turned the bundle experiment on because for what I have in mind, I feel like bundles are going to be important and very helpful. So we've got a perfect square now. It is, I want to say 23 by not 23. I don't remember. I don't know how many chunks this is. I'm not going to count it out. It's a decent size. It's about like 219 or whatever. So this is a decent size. I like it. Now we're gonna make this. There's gonna be like more out here. I'm wondering if we should make this like a perfect circle. I'm wondering if it should be a perfect circle, or if it just should be squared. It's an idea to consider. I'm just grateful that we have a general layout. Now, is this thing like, does this thing have like a definite center? Or is it it's a 2-block center, which is actually great. That's what I wanted. So let's see, F3 and G. Let's kind of like outline this a little bit. I know what I'm doing. I've got an idea. I've got a plan. This isn't gonna make, so we've sectioned off this middle bit. Oh goodness me. This middle bit's gonna be quite big. But I guess that's okay. Yeah, because when you compare that to the rest of this map, just goodness me, this is gonna be quite a big build actually. And then we gotta do all like the pathways and stuff and all the tiles and everything. So I feel like at this point I should start doing some explaining for people who are watching this replay. I'm making a sequel to Will the Warden. Will the Warden was a Minecraft minigame that I made live here on YouTube with chat. And the idea of that minigame was like very simple. It was like there was two concepts of that minigame. There was a PvP mode where it's like four players or teams are thrown into an arena, and there's one or multiple wardens also in the arena as last man standing. It didn't really work too well. And then we had the better option, the loot runner, which was random token. One of 4 different tokens would randomly drop at the warden's feet, and it was like your job to pick it up, bring it back to your base without dying. First to all 4 unique tokens wins. It was a lot of fun. I would say that game mode worked a lot better than the PvP mode. Today we're going to be doing, I guess we're going to be laying out whatever the heck this is going to be. And I'm not sure the layout yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. But long story short, we're gonna make a very special Minecraft minigame. It's kind of like a UHC, but it's custom. If you understand what that it's all about. So we're gonna be making a PvP game, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of redstone, a lot of commands, a lot of fun stuff. Since that redstone project, I have learned what this block is and what crazy insane powers this thing has. Which, goodness me, why didn't I know how to use this sooner? This is just insane. Like, I've used things like the structure block before in the past, as a decoration block, and also I've used the clone command for a similar effect, but like this is just far easier. And I'm not sure how to use the jigsaw block or the minecart with command block. Might have to use those. Not sure how to use the jigsaw block. Hopefully I'll know how to use it by the time we finish this project, because it's gonna be quite a big project, my friends. It's quite a big project indeed. So the idea of this minigame is gonna be very simple. Bunch of players in the middle. It opens the door, and the players are released into this absolute massive field, which is going to have a bunch of randomly generated structures. Now, these structures are going to have all sorts of fun stuff, like loot, gear, utilities, like food. And the idea is, whoever escapes the dungeons with the most loot and the best quality of that loot wins. So essentially this is like Vault Hunters, but there's a PvP mode. And everything's randomly generated. So they're gonna start all in here, the doors will open. It's my lab coat. Hi Marty. Did you by any chance catch my explanation, or do I need to re-explain? How's it going? Hey, Marty's here. I have a dedicated screen for chat now, which is really cool. Yeah, so we're going to be working on this crazy minigame. Oh boy! Remember Will the Warden? This is taking it up a notch. And I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun to work on this. I just gotta think. How do I want to lay this out? So we obviously have this really large arena, and we gotta fill it with a bunch of structures. Those structures are randomly generated each round, and within those structures, there'll be like chests that you can get loot and stuff. And what I imagine people will do is they can either A, go in and loot, or B, they can stay close to the exit and camp, waiting for players to come by as they're trying to escape, and then try to make out with their points. It's gonna be a crazy project, and I cannot wait. I'm super excited. I had this idea a while ago, back when I finished Will the Warden. I want to say that was last year. Actually, I think it was 2 years ago, actually. I don't remember. It's been a while. Yeah, but about that time, after I finished that, I've been thinking, how can I make this game better? And my brain thought of this. So yeah, let's get started. It's gonna be bonkers project, and I cannot wait. So let's see. The structures, there's gonna be like 3 different sizes. There's gonna be a 16 by 16. There's gonna be a 32 by 32, and there's gonna be a 48 by 48. I'm not sure what the best way to lay this out is. I suppose I should start with the paths first. I feel like that might be the easiest bit. Actually, I need to head to the 100 block marker. Let's mark out the zones first. I'm thinking, like, we have 2 different zones. There's a stone zone, and then there's a deep slate zone. So like the stone zone will have things like iron, maybe some gold, nothing like too crazy. But then you go into the deep slate area and you get things like wardens. But there's also like diamonds out there or whatever. So obviously it's like the further away you go from the central point, the better. So let's see, we gotta come out 100 blocks. Right here is the end of the stone zone. And how many blocks off of this is this last block? 208. So it's an 8 block wide bridge. I want to kind of like section these off with like a moat. Which I think would be probably for the best. I think it'd be really cool if these would be like sectioned off by a moat. Are those aligned? Oh gosh, it's gonna be impossible to tell. I think they are, but just not on the right side. That's definitely not aligned. I cannot wait. I cannot. I'm like imagining the redstone that's gonna go behind all of this, and it's just gonna be crazy. So let's see. We got the spyglass zoom, and then we have zoomy zoom, and I can tell ya that is lined up there. And if we do the same over here, that is lined up. That looks weird. That's kind of trippy. Just look at the stone textures on the floor. That kind of looks trippy. That's cool. Alright, so these are kind of like our zones. So... oh, goodness me. I'm not sure how to... what's the best way of doing this? I guess we can just do the same thing on this side, and then we can get a corner. So we'll go in line with this block, which is x equals 0. I want this arena to be big for 2 reasons. 1, it means more work. And 2, I want it to be risky going out this far from the middle. Because if you go out to this outer edge and you try running back, it takes about 30 seconds to get all the way back to the middle. Which is great because... reasons, and I'll explain that. I'll explain that once we talk about like some of the core mechanics. This minigame is gonna be crazy. All the command blocks for it is gonna just be nuts. Actually, I think we should put those there because that's the outer order, or outer order. What am I doing? That's the outer border. Let's see, let's break out the spyglass again. I did place it on the bedrock, okay. So this is the outer border. From there to the middle, it's gonna take about, it's about 30 seconds running and sprinting. Which is going to be interesting. So let's see, let's just bring this out. So that way we have an idea on the layout of this dungeon. It's gonna be like a dungeon kind of structure thing. Ancient city vibes is what I'm going for. Obviously this won't be stone once like the final version is all like built and done. That line? Nope. Couple more blocks. It's really difficult to tell. I think that's aligned. Yeah, that's aligned. So that's one corner. Actually, we just take this chord. What are these coordinates? Oh, it's just 100 by... it's just 100, 100. Well, I feel stupid now. Alright. So let's go there. Let's head over to 100 by 100 over here. On this side. Oh, the frames are dropping. That's not good. Obviously, this is going to be negative 100 by 100. Overshot it. Alright. Alright, that is the outer edge of the stone layer. And then this is obviously, this is going to be a moat separating the two areas, which means either A, you have to get the bridge, which is going to be in line with the middle and at the corners, or B, you have to build across. And I'm not sure what should be down there. Maybe lava, maybe water. I feel like I want to put lava on the very back, because I feel like lava is going to be a very powerful utility that you can use in this, considering you can use it to block off the middle. I feel like that's going to be very, very difficult to. I want lava to be very difficult, so I feel like just maybe water down here. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Marty? What do you think would be good for a moat? Let's see. This should be in line with that. This is gonna be a lot. A lot of effort. Oh, I didn't check the cord on that. Shoot. Oh well, I think yeah, it should be right here. Nope, it's not couple deep slate. There we go. So those are our zones, and that's gonna be a moat. And then obviously we got the outer edge. So now we've got this in place. Let's start laying out some paths. I'm just gonna use grass path or dirt path as a placeholder. I'm just gonna do like one side. It's like I don't feel like doing everything. Do I want this 4-block wide? Do I want this wider? 6-block wide. Let's go 4 blocks wide. Just for now. I'll bring this. Yeah, there's a platform down there. That was a starting platform. This is gonna be fun. Let's see. Let's get the axe back out. One thing I didn't have for Will the Warden was World Edit, so I'm super grateful for that. Oh, it's not called a grass path. It's called dirt path now. So that's one pathway. I suppose we should set these walls up. Let's just set it cobblestone. So that is our central area. This is where like all the players are just gonna like spawn and just wander around until the game actually starts. And then there'll be doors on these axes. I'm not sure if I just want to do iron doors. I feel like that might be a little bit too small. But also iron doors probably be convenient. So the way that this is going to work is, while you're in the dungeon, there's two things that you need to absolutely do. One, you need to get loot. But two, you need to find your key. There's going to be like ender chests place around the dungeon, and every player is going to have a key inside that ender chest. No one else can access it. No one else can like touch it or steal it from you before you get a chance to get your hands on it. You will be the first person with your own key. And the only way to exit the dungeon is if you have said key. In which case, you probably just like deposit it, the doors open, and then once you're in here, you're safe from elimination. Your points are locked in and you can't like do anything else. Now, that being said, you want to make sure you get your key as quickly as possible because you don't know when the game is going to end. It could end at any second. I'm planning on having it so every 30 seconds there's a randomizer that ticks one of 3 options. Most of the times it'll just tick nothing, which is the first option. A second option, it will tick a modifier, which will change the game or make some additions mid-game. I'm not sure. And then there's, I guess you could call it sudden death, which when sudden death is called, the players have 30 seconds to make it back to this point. Otherwise, everyone's eliminated. Any player not within this central area after that 30 seconds is automatically just eliminated. So, and that's why I wanted this to be like a big arena, because if you're out there, especially on that end, and sudden death gets called, you might be screwed. And that's why like some of the better, more valuable stuff like diamonds is going to be like way out here, because like this is going to take you a long time to get there. It's going to create like a lot of just panic and chaos to anyone just in the outer edges. And eventually, as the game goes on, you'll need to move out to the outer edges because all the stone area will be fully looted. And there'll be no more chance for points. So, let's see here. Overall, it's just gonna be chaos. And I cannot wait. It's just gonna be amazing. I cannot wait to program some of that in. Alright, let's create a border around this because I want this. I think that works. Nope, it doesn't. Oh my goodness. I know what I'm doing, I promise. So that should start filling that in. Alright, so that is our outer border. So technically this can be our first POI right here. Just right here outside the gate. I'm not gonna break the stone just yet. I feel like these POIs need to be small, closer to the middle ones. And then we get some bigger ones out in the back there. So let's see. It's gonna be 8 by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a very small, cute little station. This size station, you'll probably find things like food, utilities, maybe some enchantments or something like that. These aren't going to be like high valued. You won't find like loot here in something this small. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's gonna be a relatively small POI. And all throughout like these gaps, I imagine like players will just be like duking it out, fighting, setting up traps, ambushing, all sorts of fun stuff like that. So let's see, if we come out 4 blocks. So if the paths are 4 blocks wide, which I'm not sure, I feel like in the inner city, 4 blocks apart is a good margin. Maybe I widen this by 2 more blocks. Yeah. I can spell undo. So now those are gone. So let's see, let's bring this out. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's bring that out to... Let's bring that out to here. Just 2 more. 2 more blocks out. Two more blocks out on those sides. That way we have a decent amount. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. We're just gonna lay everything out right now. So that way we actually know what we're getting into, and we have a total number of redstone contraptions that need to be filled in. So each of these POIs are going to be randomly generated, and just below this platform there'll be a randomizer with a bunch of different structure blocks hooked up to it. And those structure blocks are actually going to determine what goes in this location depending on which one gets powered. So I haven't actually used a structure block yet. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Relative position 8 by 8 by 2. Oh. Not sure how these work. Hey, if both of them are powered. Nope. Still kind of not sure. I learned how to use these yesterday. So let's see, corner mode, placement and size marker, save mode. Save mode will actually allow us to it'll allow us to save existing structures, which I'm not sure I want to do yet. Basically, it's it's a little bit complicated. Nothing too crazy. So that's 8 blocks across right there. That's an 8 block gap, which I feel like we don't want. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because I kind of want these corners to be open as well. So maybe we just extend this out. Make it a 16 by 16. Maybe? This layout is going to be harder than I thought. Because I really want to make sure that the layout is good and not too like complicated. Let's just work down the line. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we just do the same on the other side. That align. Just be one block over. Yeah, this is symmetrical, right? Doesn't look like it because the map shadows, but yeah. So that's gonna be a bigger. That's gonna be a slightly bigger POI. You'll find things like, yeah, you'll find loot in like structures like this. So if we go another 4 blocks out, and we do another one of these. How much space? We've got not a lot. Not a lot on the outside. Is there enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? There's enough. There's actually enough. Wow, does that that just fit perfectly like a glove? Or is that one off? Oh no. Wait, is this 9 blocks wide? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yeah. This one, it's just built off by 1 block. Okay, so that works. That works. That actually works. That actually works. Now I'm thinking like a corner, maybe a corner here, but I feel like that might be a little bit too difficult. And technically there doesn't have to be like a 4 block in between. It can just be a bunch of blocks in between. The wider the better, because that means less POIs I have to program. And it means more room downstairs. Which I guess I should just... I guess we should just, like, replicate what we got going on here. We can take those out for now. So let's see. We got 8 blocks wide? Yeah. And all that could just be like alleyway or whatever. Or like the main path down the middle. And then yeah, all these smaller paths. Now these POIs don't just have to be like utilities. They can be spawners as well. As a matter of fact, there'll be multiple spawners on the main path and in the alleyways or whatever. Constantly spawning hostile mobs. And on top of that, There's also a modifier that turns it to night. So, well, I guess there will be a modifier that can turn it to night, which means mobs will just spawn naturally all over the place. So it'll be like super dangerous. But by default, there'll be like plenty of light around. But we can turn out the lights to make things to spice things up. There's a whole bunch of things that we can do with this, and that I want to do with this. Speaking of wanting to do stuff, let's build a big one. So that's that corner. So this will be the max size. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 48. It's quite a big structure. I said we only do 8 of these. That is the max size, I believe, that a structure block allows. So yeah, it's a big guy. It's a big platform. I don't even know what the structure inside this would look like. Like, I kind of have an idea for like what these 3 could be, and like what these smaller ones would be like. But definitely a big one like this is gonna be tricky. It'd be tricky. I wonder if like we should only include. I wonder if those should only be in the back ends, because I feel like we could hide a lot of loot. Because this is going to be one building. Yeah, I think the 48 by 48 is. I think the 48 square is gonna be. It's too big. It's too big. So this is 48. Let's do the 32. 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36. Let's see how this looks. Is this too absurd? It's actually the length of these two, plus the gap in the middle. Can we actually squeeze another 8? We could technically squeeze some 8s in here. I don't want too many of these, like, utilities. Because, like, utilities are gonna be very, like, powerful. I want them to have, like, an even spread. But I feel like that should be max size. Like, absolute max size. That's about the size of the middle one, actually. Which, goodness me. I feel like that should be max size. Alright, let's see here. It does mean less space for these. Alright. Let's undo this. Let's put this big one directly in the corner. That lined up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be a lot of counting in this stream, I feel like. So that gives us that's going to be a big one. Actually, it shouldn't be the exact corner because there's gonna be it's gonna be bridges. I gotta move the points. 4 blocks out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. $124. Yep, we had a 124 earlier. Boom. 4 blocks on the outer edge. This will be a bridge connecting over there. Which, if a modifier rolls it, those bridges will be disabled. Modifiers are going to be crazy. Overall, this is just going to be a crazy project. Alright, so now we can just... Now we just chuck a bunch of these in. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to sit right here. And everywhere I want one of these, I'm just going to do this. I'm just gonna do this. Nice and grid-like. Except it doesn't... It's not symmetrical. We can't, like, make that symmetrical. That's actually very difficult. We put it here. That create... Oh, that's 5 blocks. Yeah, we can do that. We'll align it. We'll align it like that. Definitely want a utility out here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Come out to there. We can put a utility out here. Which means we can't put something there. So this will just kind of be like an open area. We come out 4 blocks from here. We put another one of those there. That kind of creates like this little court area. So already, oh, does that line up? Yeah, let's go. So just this one section alone, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think that's 15 POIs just in this, like, this side alone. This is gonna stack up quick. And we can change this layout. Be a little bit better if we don't fancy it. I feel like having a couple of these out here. Just having a few of these. And they don't have to be centered either. If we can squeeze one in here. Which we can. This is going to be very interesting POIs. Curious what these could be. So these utilities could also be spawners. I feel like we should designate like between these. Maybe. I feel like that might be interesting. I kind of don't want. Maybe this doesn't have to be a utility POI. Maybe that could be a loot POI. But I guess all these would be like loot POIs. All locations of like places you gotta go in order to win the game. Let's do something fancy. Let's do these. Nope, that just merges right with that one. Basically, we need something up there. That's not bad. Okay. We're filling in the area just a little bit. Slowly but surely. We can actually bring that up 2 blocks. Yeah, so it aligns there a little bit better. Overall, this is going to be quite a lot of effort. Programming it, like building and programming all of these structures is going to be a lot of effort and a lot of time. And keep in mind, I want like a bunch of different variations for each of these structures. So like every time they play this game, that tile is going to be a different build. That tile will be a different build. These tiles all here, all different builds. Granted, these smaller ones will all like pool from the same list of like between like different villagers or spawners or whatever. Of whatever we can do. And then like this big one here, that'll all be one different like tier. Maybe even the bridges themselves might be like random. Is it the bridge intact or is it broken? That'd be like a 50-50 on the bridges. And then all out here as well. I mean, this intersection alone is gonna be crazy. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get into like the meat of this. Let's see. I'm just gonna go out on a limb. No way. Yay! That makes me happy. Yeah, that happened. I can math. I can math. I can math. I say we do a smaller one here. My head's just racing around all the different like ideas that we could do for this. Hey. Hi.
is ready.
Okay.
By the way, we're out of ketchup.
Oh goodness me. I've just been informed that dinner is prepared and that we don't have ketchup. That makes me scared. I feel like this section's just gonna be bare like this. I kind of want to fix it, but I don't really know how. I mean, we can take out those two and like move them over. Hmm. I'm wondering if there's a smarter way of doing this. Because, like, this layout is a layout. Hmm. Oh, that's interesting. So let's just... I feel like we need to do this a little bit more smart. I say we grid it. I say we grid this thing a little bit. And we can still put the path back. We can put the path back in. So we can still put the path back in. I also say we should just focus on one side, and like we won't worry about these alleys. Let's see. Whoops. Set that. Bring that over here. So let's just clear that. These ones are fine in the middle. Let's just do this. And we come out 4 more blocks. I feel like this would be better. Oh, that intersects that. That intersects that section. Now, obviously, there's not enough space for those. Sure, there's not enough space for another one. I guess we could put the smaller ones. We can put some smaller ones in these gaps. Right, let's 3 blocks. Maybe do something like that in between. I don't know. This is definitely going to be tricky. It's gonna be tricky laying this out. Because it's like, I want this to, like, kind of be, like... This is a tricky puzzle. And I'm wondering how I should tackle it. And we could just make all of them the same size and then have, like, just these in between. Maybe? Yeah, we're gonna start over. Let's just start over. Let's just restart. So. Actually, we do have a grid system. What am I... We have a grid system. Let's use it. Let's not keep these here. Hi, Johnny. How you doing? Oh, it only works there? What? Oh. I can math, I promise. Feeling 20. I don't suppose, Johnny, you would be, you wouldn't be interested in, helping out with this project? Because this is gonna be quite a build. Quite a build-based project. I could handle all, like, the technical command block stuff or whatever, but I'm just wondering if you don't mind, if you wouldn't mind putting in some building help. I mean, it's okay to say no, but like... That one too far? That's one too far. Nope, that's one too far. Okay. You say so. Keep doing that. I need to not do that. So I feel like this is a good place to start. With just normal chunk size. And then, oh goodness me. Wondering how this should be done. Maybe like right here? That lined? Sure, we'll just go with it. Now we got a big boy right in that corner. I feel like that's a line, that's a line. No, they touch! Why? I'm actually gonna move it there. It didn't do what I wanted it to do, but these really diagonal, that's a 2-block gap. Goodness me. Goodness gracious me. Now rotating that over is going to be tricky. Actually, I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, goodness me. Now what? I just come off, like, off of this position 4 blocks. In line with the path. Nope, that's 3 blocks. I'm just gonna, like, once this is all said and done, I'm just gonna, like, copy and paste it everywhere. Or, yeah. So now we'll do this. And that line's there, and then we'll do one more. In this corner. And in theory, yep, that still lines. Wait, what? Was I over the block? Explanation? And actually, I guess this gives me... yeah, this to work with. So I can do that. I guess since this one's also 4 blocks over. I'm just going out on a limb. Or is that... that's probably... yeah, it's aligned with the path. Perfect. That way there's not too many of these utilities. And it kind of aligns up. Now I do want some utility out here. There definitely needs to be some utility POIs. We actually use these positions. Because that's a 16. And this would be a 32. Jenny, if you're confused on what I'm doing, yeah, this is a new minigame I'm working on. Rewind the stream. I feel like it's what I can tell you. So all of these are gonna be like, this is like, how do I put it? This is going to be Vault Hunters, but it's a battle royale at the same time. That's what I'm going for. And it's just gonna be chaos. If that sounds interesting. Yeah, each of these boxes is going to be a randomly generated structure. And those randomly generated structures will have 1 to 2 to 3 chests in them, all of which the loot will be randomized. Best items. Obviously you want to escape with as much loot as you can. This will be the focal point. This will be your exit. So you go out, you loot as much as you can before everyone else does, and then you get back. There's 2 catches though. 1, you need a key to exit, and that'll be hidden somewhere amongst this labyrinth. And 2, you don't know when the game will end. Every 30 seconds a random event will trigger, and it could either do nothing, it could roll another modifier, which will change the game quite significantly, or it could roll deathmatch. And if it rolls deathmatch, you got 30 seconds to get out of the dungeon, or you're eliminated, and all your efforts are for nothing. So obviously, the farther away you are, if deathmatch is rolled, you're gonna be running back pretty quickly. Which I feel like is gonna create a lot of fun and just chaos. And I cannot wait. So yeah, that, in a nutshell, that's what we're building. And right now we're just laying out all the POIs, so that way I can have a general idea on how much effort is going to be. It's gonna be quite a crazy minigame. Now I think we have space for another row. And Okay, that fits perfectly on the edge. Which is actually not ideal. I feel like this back end... Actually, we can knock these two out, put another big one here. We keep that one... Yeah. So let's see. Just follow this line best we can. Nope, it's too far out. Some of it escaped. Actually, it's not supposed to happen. They're not supposed to escape. Hold up. That's 4 blocks off. That's more than 4 blocks off, I think. What's the... Let's just test this. Oh. It is 1 block off. I was like, why does it seem like it's 1 block off? That seems much better. We can turn junk borders off, and then we can put, I want to say maybe 2 of the 8x8s back here. So that'll be 1 corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can put 2 of these, because we can. Because at a smaller scale, it will be more difficult to mess up. So there's kind of like 2 of those utilities right there. I'm a lot happier with this. Obviously that'll be symmetrical. I'm a lot happier with this. So let's just finish what we started. So this is gonna come out 1 more block. So we've got that in place, and then that's the big one, which is also in this line. And that's gonna come out to about here. I don't know if those are aligned. I don't think they are. No, they aren't. Let's see, that says 128. Yep, 128. Cool. And we just got those 2 little 8x8s that are going over here. Alright. I'm a lot happier with this. I'm a lot happier with this. Now that POI there, we can make that special. We can make that either a big one like it is now, or we can make it a smaller 8x8. So that one will be a bit special. That one will be special. Because we can make that one a big one, or it could roll a small one, in which case that'll be quite a small POI. But that one will probably end up being a spawner of some sort. That being said, any of these smaller ones could be a spawner. I'd hope not. I'd hope a villager rolls here. We'll see. I think this is a good layout. We got 5 buildings here. So let's just count this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Am I counting that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, 17. Times that by 4, and then who knows what the outer edge is gonna look like. Goodness me. I say we start like... We'll start like small scale, and then like... Yeah. This is just the inner area. This is all going to be also a bunch of different POIs. Some of them might actually be larger. Like we can... Those are the big ones there. Those are 32s. We can go 48. That is the max. And I feel like we might have 2 at this large scale out here, because this is like more than double the size. Actually, it's the same size, it's just more surface. Goodness me. Obviously, there'll be bigger buildings out here, and also wardens, potentially, maybe? I don't know. Depends on what modifiers get rolled. Oh, goodness me. Alright, let's copy this. Now we gotta align it perfectly with 0, 0. So I feel like that is a good place. Yeah. Let's just make sure all that is good. Cool. Oh, that's good as well. Oh, that's a little bit concerning. Hold up. Why is that like that? That's one line, right? Why is that like that? Let's just do the last one, see. It fixed itself. Maybe it was the nature of the paste. That could have been it. Where are these chords? Oh. Free cam. No, that's 100. That's 100. What about on this side? Is this also 100? It's 101. How did this get misaligned? How is it misaligned? Where is it misaligned from? How did it get misaligned? So this... Was it just misaligned from the start? This is 100. Let's check this side. Please don't tell me this is 101. This is also 100. What the heck? What about this one? Let me guess. This one's also 100. Nope, it's on this side. So it's these two chords. So undo 2. In which case, that's interesting. Yep, it's getting off. It's getting off by 1. How is that happening? I don't understand how that's happening. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to... Oh, maybe it's this. Yeah, that's misaligned. So why is this? That's 101, that's 100. Okay, so it's something to do with this side. So if we undo that one, it's something to do with this side. This side isn't lining up for whatever reason. That's 100. Is this just not? Is this not the is the original measurement flawed? The original measurement's flawed. No. Wait, what? I'm so confused. Worth it getting the extra block? This should be 100 by 100. Yeah. So why is it when we rotate it, it adds an extra block? That's also 100 by 100. What is that? Oh. Let me try it from this position. That's where it's coming from, because I'm shifting over a block. Willing to bet if we run this now... Okay, that's not aligned. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, all this... Yep. I don't understand. I don't understand. So what is this? What is this? What is this block? It's 101. What is happening? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand. What is going on? Okay. Let me try... Let me try that again. Let's see. Flip it left. And then paste. No, it's still going off. How is that going off? I'm checking those two corners. I'm checking these two corners. This should be... What is happening? That's 100 by 100. What is happening? I don't understand what is happening. I'm so confused. How is it going off a block? I don't get it. Hold on. How is it going off a block? All of this is 100. Is this 100? That's 100. What is happening? Let me try to get a new first position. Let me try getting a new first position. Let's try it here. I don't understand. I don't understand what went wrong. So there's the other, there's the one. There's the one. I don't get it. Maybe I should stand, like, maybe I should stand here. And then... let's see. How? How is it that this perfectly lines up? Until it just... What? 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 Is this... What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What if I just... So I was standing here. I just need to take this whole build and flip. I just need to flip it. Why is it adding an extra block to one of the sides? Why is it adding an extra block over there? I don't understand where, like, that extra block is coming from. Let me recopy. Except this time I'm standing here. How? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, is this even aligned? Like, is this even aligned with the path? My gut says no. We got a one block center. How is it? No, we have a two block center. How is it doing that? I don't know what's happening. I don't know why that's, like, veering off. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, it looks like it worked. But that's obviously, that obviously didn't work. Like, is this still... That's still inside, that's still inside. It's like, how did... Understand. Okay, that aligns at a corner. That aligns at a corner. How? That also aligns at a corner. What is happening? How is that happening? I don't understand. It should be 50 blocks on each side. No, it should be 50. What? Why is it saying 100? Oh, that just clicked. I just realized what's up. I based this whole cube around 0, 0. It's 100 by 100. Well, it should be 100 by 101. It should be 101. It's not messed up. I'm the one who got messed up. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's just... I messed up. So this should be, this is fully symmetrical. Yeah, because it corrects itself on this side. It was like, it was off on that side. It's not off there, and then it corrects itself there. So this all should be fine. But then this outer square, the one that I had in Deep Slate, should, in theory, be messed up here. That aligns. Or maybe it isn't going to be messed up. Maybe I'm just dumb and don't know what I'm doing. Nope, it's misaligned here. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I guess. I don't know what to do about that. Let's see. I suppose we should, like, pick a corner. I guess that works. And then base it off of that. Where was the original? I guess it's, yeah, it's this section. It's this section. So whatever... I don't even know how, like... Bro, just... Why? I'm already losing it, and we haven't even started, like, the command blocks yet. Okay, so this is 808. Alright, this is 108. If we follow this down, it should align... Yeah, it should align here-ish. Now it aligns... It aligns here. So this is one block off. So that's one block off. So if we go over here, we should see it should be on this side, aligned, or not, or not. No, it's not aligned. It's off by one block. Yeah, it should be 808 by 809. Was that first? That was first. Okay. There we go. Now that should be fixed now. That should be fixed. Oh my goodness, I based this whole thing off of a one-block center. When in actuality, there's a two-block center. That's why it was messing with me. Goodness me. Surely, Johnny, you wouldn't have made the same mistake, right? Surely you're smart enough to not do that. Yeah. Alright, let's get the rest of the paths in, I guess. Ay, ay, ay. That is funny, though. That is funny. I feel like that mistake is more common than I give credit to. Also, I'm noticing the recovery compass is going crazy because I haven't died yet. This is a useless item for hardcore when you think about it. Because, like, it points to your death. Now, I'm willing to bet money that the outer box is also misaligned somehow. Although, considering it's aligned with the chunks, I don't... There's a chance it might be. There's a chance it might not be. It might not be misaligned. And it's just my inner box is a bit messed up. Alright, let's punch out this moat. Let's punch out this moat. Actually, yeah, let's just punch this out. What's the best way of doing this? I'm just gonna remove all the stone and then put it back in the right position. Was that first position? Yeah. Give me my axe back. And stone's all gone. This place looks crazy without the stone here. And there it goes. Stone's back. Oh. Nope, undoing that. Undo that first one. Dang it, I gotta read. Oh! Because I want to keep the paths in. And I already reset the positions, so let's just do that. I wish there was a way you could modify the fly speed of creative mode. I feel like there is with a mod or something. I don't know. Or maybe there isn't. Alright, and then we just do the same thing here. Grass paths are still there. That's good. That's what we want. And you just come back under here. Now we just put it back. Cool. And now we have technically a moat. I'm not sure what to put in the moat. I feel like water might be a good idea. I don't want to give them lava because then they could just go right there and pour lava all over it. I feel like lava is something I don't want to give the player. If anything, I want lava to be like very, very hard to get. So I feel like maybe what to put in the moat. So we'll have the bridges. We'll have the bridges here connecting the inner layer and the outer layer, both on the corners and on these lines. So when the player's just running around this place, probably fighting other players, probably just finding the entrances of places, going in, looting, coming out, getting wrecked by whoever's waiting at the door. Or whatever's waiting at the door. Now, as of like additional threats, I'm thinking maybe definitely spawners need to be absolutely everywhere. Just to encourage mob spawns. Maybe some ravagers? Maybe? Definitely some wardens out in the outer area. Oh, look at that guy. He looks absolutely tiny. Let's see. What happens? What happens? He's gonna aggro, right? He's gonna aggro. He's not aggroing on me. Oh yeah, he's going after that Ravager. Wow! That Ravager didn't stand a chance. Oh, he dropped the saddle. Cool. Hi. You're still as lethal as I remember. Yeah, he's still as lethal as I remember. He's over there. I think I still have the kill command somewhere in here. Dang it. I'm just gonna do that. No entity was found. And yet it says killed 5 entities. Oh yeah, they drop a catalyst. That's interesting. The catalyst is definitely gonna be worth some amount of points on the loot. It's gotta be. It's gotta be worth a lot, because one, you gotta kill the warden. And you gotta do it quickly. Alright, so now that we have kind of a layout, I feel like we need to start like designing some of these POIs, what they're gonna look like, and then we can start placing them in their position. There's 17 in each quadrant. And there's quite a lot. There's four quadrants. So, yeah, math is hard. My brain struggled with math. Honestly, it's a pretty cool design. I like the pattern. I feel like we should... I don't know, I'm not sure, like, what we should, like, prioritize with this. Like, what should we start with? I felt like getting the layout of the place was important. It's like, it allows me to know, like, okay, this is happening, and then this is happening, this goes there. I made that jump, cool. And I made that jump. So the fact that these are 4 blocks apart, a lot of them are, is very nice. These POIs out here, these big ones, they're gonna be quite abundant out in the deep slate layers. Yeah, I feel like these smaller, like, utility ones shouldn't be used as often in the deep slate layers, but when they are, I feel like they should definitely be either spawners or very rarely a villager. We could also do different types of loot. I'm not sure how, like, the loot itself is going to work. I've got a few ideas, but we'll see. I'm gonna create some custom loot boxes to just randomly dispense somehow into the POIs. That might be tricky. We'll see. We'll see. Depending if this does what I think it does, it might be possible. Or we might have to use some, like, copper minecarts or something. We'll have to use some, like, random loot generators. We'll figure something out. Alright, so we've been going for about 2 hours now, which is not horrible. Not ideal, but not horrible. So we get this outer layer. This outer layer layout. I feel like the bigger POIs are definitely going to be more prominent, bigger POIs out in the deep slate section. Definitely more risk. I'm curious, if you were out here and deathmatch was called, how long would it take? Just under, like, just about 20 seconds. So if deathmatch was called and you're still in the stone section, you're fine. But if you're in the deep slate sections, goodness me. Now, currently that's the only exit. That's the only way that you can be safe. But what I kind of want to do is have, like, some of these POIs generate an emergency exit. And then if deathmatch is called, or probably before deathmatch is called, there'd be a modifier rolled where it's like emergency, where you can't actually use the main exit. You have to come out here to find an emergency exit or something like that. I feel like that could dispel chaos a little bit. I definitely changed some strategies mid-game, I feel like, if that was to be rolled. Definitely changing some strats.
Dinner is...
I'm aware you're the third person who's tried to get me to come downstairs for dinner.
Not only that, A3 is on downstairs.
What?
A3, 2 lightsabers on downstairs.
Ah, okay. I know what you're talking about. Alright, I'll be down then. Well, I'm being called off to other things. I'd say this is a good start. It's a good start. Johnny, if you're still in chat, I got a question for you. If I were to move this over to the server, would you help? Yeah, I'd mainly just need help with the building of the actual like structures themselves. I can do all like the commands and the structure blocks or whatever. I just need some like builder help. If that's something you'd be interested in, just at a later time. I don't think he's in chat anymore. Alright, I'll have to message him directly another time. Yeah. This is gonna be quite a project. I can't wait. I can't wait till the next time. I'm definitely changing out the lab coat next time. But we'll see what happens. So catch y'all later. See ya.